to deal with stuff.
So y'all basically
hold on. Let me go right behind her because she kind of like said what I was about to say, and I kind of like just add to it if y'all don't mind. Cognitive behavioral therapy. That there's two parts of your brain, and they give you an understanding of your patterns and your trauma responses. So when you get triggered, the amygdala shuts off your prefrontal cortex. So say you're in a relationship and the person in the relationship with you triggers you by saying this or doing something that your mom or your dad did when you were little. And all of a sudden you find yourself going crazy and the other person starts making you feel like you're crazy because they just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yo, why are you acting like that? You crazy, you stupid, you're this, you're that. And you don't understand why you're doing this and you're feeling bad because the person that you love is calling you crazy. You go to therapy and the therapist will tell you, well, actually what's going on is potentially that your prefrontal cortex is being taken offline by your amygdala due to some type of trauma response. And it might take you a couple weeks to figure out what the trauma response is because usually you don't know. You just know there's something that is causing you to act up, but you don't know because you've suppressed your trauma or your trauma responses. Because a lot of times the amygdala does not have an understanding of people, money, time, or anything. It's just a bunch of memories, right? So when your amygdala takes over, your prefrontal cortex cuts off, and you're just literally responding to bad memories because your traumatic memories actually look for traumatic situations in the future, and they match them. And if that particular thing is that's going on right now, match you kid, you're gonna act up. But be able to give you an understanding motor skills is working, so you can turn around and say, oh, okay, I see what's going on. So now you can go back to your mate and say, yo, I'm not crazy. I'm not this, I'm not that. You, when you say this or do that, it's triggering my trauma response. My dad did this or my mom did this. So now when you do A, B, and C, I'm going to act a fool. And I'm working on that because I'm in therapy. And they can actually not do the thing or understand that when they do the thing, you're going to have a trauma response.
So therapy. So what y'all telling me? Okay, so A, therapy is based off of what you decide to tell them and your perception of what reality is to you being communicated to another person. A,
the information that they give you about your brain, you understand.
Y'all know I'm slow. I'm a C student. Okay,
go ahead.
And then B, once you tell that person, they tell you what your triggers are so that you can tell another person don't trigger you, correct?
No, not to not trigger you, but to understand what the trigger is. So
therefore you can negate the triggering or nullify the being triggered.
But then y'all said that so you can tell the person, hey, this triggers me, don't do that because my father used to kick my ass, right?
Well, you could relay that, but you could
basically you telling the person not to trigger you, right?
Well, let me give you an example.
Because if this is the case, A, therapy is a scam because it's largely dependent on your perspective of what you think is happening, and then B, it doesn't actually solve for the problem. It just tells you to tell other people what not to do to you.
No,
well, awareness is solving the problem. Awareness.
Yeah, it's just about you don't even have to tell other people in them because it's fixed. It's just like you go to the doctors, you've cut yourself, you put the Band-Aid on it, and it fixes it. So you don't have to then you can take the Band-Aid off and it's healed. So you don't have to go around to the other person and go, look at my Band-Aid, look at my Band-Aid. No, you're just gonna fix the trigger so you won't be triggered anymore.
But y'all didn't say.
No, you don't.
Wait.
Triggers
Y'all did not say that they tell you how to fix it. Y'all said that they tell you what it is.
Let me give you an example.
Hold on.
Wait. Let me give you an example because this could be helpful to the audience. Okay. Me and my girl are at some train tracks, right? The train ain't coming yet. Since I don't see the train coming, the little bars are down. I decide to ride through the bars and just go on the other side, right? My girl goes nuts, like, what is wrong with you? Are you crazy? She just goes nuts. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? And she's like, why would you do that? A train could have hit us. And I go slam off like, bitch, who you think you talking to? Blah, 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 blah. So I go off on her, calling all kinds of names, right? So listen, we on the side of the road, just going at it, right? We both go to therapy. The therapist lets us know individually what just happened. Out of talking to us and hearing what actually transpired, I, just as an example, am used to just doing what I want to do, right? But the thing about it is,
you've gone too long, Mr. Let Go. You've gone too long. I'm lost now. I was even on the same point.
Making it worse. Okay, listen. So I go to therapy, and the therapist ends up telling me that the reason why I went off on her is because I grew up watching my mom go off on my dad, but my dad never spoke up for himself. So when my girl started going off on me, I literally started going off on her like I was my dad. And on top of that, the reason why she acted a fool is because when she was a child, her dad was an alcoholic and literally put everybody in danger because he used to drive while drinking, and he would drive off fast, and every time he swerves, it scares the shit out of everybody. So that means she's triggered by me doing something reckless, and I'm triggered by her hollering at me. What?
But how Hampton's Arts and MLG, how does the therapist fix that? That's what he's
They don't fix it. They just make you aware of what's happening.
No, hold on. That's not true.
I know therapy is a scam.
Hold on.
Listen, if therapy is what y'all saying, therapy is a scam. I mean,
no.
Listen. I'm calling Pocket Watching with JT to do an assessment on therapy because these therapists are scamming y'all out of so much money.
Hear me out, Anton. Hear me out, Anton. I had a friend in the middle. Hold on, Chen. Hold on. I had a friend in the military, Anton. He had a serious condition, and he went to therapists, and they fixed it.
How? What was the condition?
His erection wouldn't go down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's physical, isn't it?
Bruizzr, no. Bruizzr be trolling. Bruizzr be trolling, bro. Bruizzr was the troll.
Hey, that was a good one, though. Hey, y'all get it? Do y'all get it? You don't get it yet? Think about it.
That means the therapist gave him some ass.